What's good, family? What's good? It's your boy, Urban Sports Guru. Want to holler at y'all today. Merry Christmas, everybody. Hope everybody has a blessed holiday. Have a blessed Christmas. I'm going to get into y'all about week 16. Hope y'all enjoy the basketball day. Give me some good basketball on today. Enjoy your holiday. Stay safe. God bless everybody. Let's get into week 16. First game today, Christmas Day. Vikings at the Saints. Saints give it 7. Rematch of last year's playoff game. Drew Brees had a game under his belt last week. This is why I like the Saints. Also, furthermore, this is not the same Viking defense from last year. Anthony Barr is not there. Danielle Hunter's not there. Linval Joseph is not there. If they can literally, at the very least, limit, curtail Dalvin Cook a little bit, because the Vikings offense can do some things. Vikings offensively can do some things. That kid Jefferson is a problem. We all know how good Adam Thielen is, but a lot of it is predicated on Dalvin Cook. But they're going against a great Saint defense who lately has been looking suspect against the run. The one thing they don't do is give up rush yards. They've been looking suspect against the run. If they can curtail Dalvin Cook, then not only do they win, but they win by probably 2 touchdowns. I like the Saints. Tomorrow's game, we have the Bucks going into Detroit. Bucks giving 10 points. This is the part of the Bucks season where, and it's actually helping them because the fact that this didn't happen so much early in the season. It happened early in the season. They had a rough patch playing some really tough teams, and they got smoked. Now they're able to get right and get their mojo back, and it's happening late in the season, so they can get this mojo in coming into the playoffs, get their shit right. I don't think it's going to make a difference. The team is very inconsistent. But Detroit is a team that I've seen them beating. Just like last week, the fact that they had to come back against the Falcons. Everybody comes back against the Falcons. But guess what? The fact that you was even in that position to have to come back is the reason why I don't trust them come playoff time. But guess what? They'll beat the Lions. Also, we have Miami against the Raiders. Who's going to start at quarterback? David Carr or Marcus Mariota? And as much as I like John Gruden, this is the point of the year where he starts getting his quarterback fever. This is that point of the year where it's like, everyone always says his favorite quarterback is his next quarterback. This is that point of the year where he starts thinking about that. This is that point of the year where he's thinking like seeing Tua on the other sideline when he thinks that he had 2 first-round picks last year. Damn, maybe I should have. Then when I look at the quarterbacks that's coming out this year, everybody know who's going number 1, Trevor Lawrence, but Justin Fields. Raiders still have draft capital. Just putting it out there. It's not going to make a difference. Raiders do play really good at home, but they've lost. They've lost about 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5. Particularly if Mariota plays. Take the Dolphins. Now let's go to Sunday's games. Falcons at the Chiefs. Chiefs got a chance to wrap up the number 1 seed. And they're playing in KC. Falcons can make it interesting because they can score points. They can chuck the ball all over the field. But KC deceptively is very good against the pass. It's their run defense that's a problem. I don't see Atlanta being able to run the football enough to keep this game competitive. I mean, the Chiefs are basically toying with the NFL. Only way that this game is close if the Chiefs basically have a Raiders game part 2, where basically they like not realizing because you're the champs, everyone's going to give you their best shot. But they're toying with the NFL. They are. It's going to take them, I won't say a miracle, it's going to take a lot for them to not repeat. Take the Chiefs. Then we got the Browns at the Jets. Here's what's going to happen. Check this out. Hear me on this one. The Browns will not do what the Rams did last week. Nothing to talk about. Take the Browns. Colts at the Steelers. I like the Colts. Why do I like the Colts? I like the Colts because guess what? They actually can play defense. And when I look at what happened like this past Monday, the way since he was able to shut down Pittsburgh's offense, now you got a great defense playing against that offense. The offense is very, very predictable. They can't run the football. I understand they just had a players only meeting. I do not care. They can't run the football. Steelers' offensive line, which used to be a strength, is not a strength anymore. I just these are some of the things that I thought would have been happening early in the season, but now it's showing its face now. It's showing its face now. I'm surprised Ben has lasted this long because normally he always gets hurt. He's done a great job of getting rid of the football, but teams are sitting on that. They're taking all that short routes and they're sitting on it, and it's now leading to turnovers. Juju want to dance. I know he said he's not, but I like the Colts. We have the Bears at the Jaguars. Quiet as kept. The Bears have scored 30 in their last 3 games, winning 2 of them. And they get a easy part of the schedule. Now they get to play the Jaguars, who not only aren't as talented as Chicago, but also have incentive to lose if you want Trevor Lawrence, a franchise-changing quarterback. So Mitchell Trubisky gets to pad his resume and gets to pad his resume a little bit so they can basically say, okay, keep me here next year. I mean, if he can get them into the playoffs, he can get them. They can win out and they go 9-7. He can get them into the playoffs. He actually has a case for himself. I don't agree with it, but I'm just saying. I think they take care of the Jags. Because one thing we realize, that Bears defense is completely different when they actually have to play with a lead. It's like, oh shit, this is what it feels like? They're a whole different defense when they got to play with a lead. My Giants at the Ravens. I know a lot of people think I think the Ravens are going to win this game, but I think more importantly what Joe Judge has done, and I want to see him continue doing these last couple of games, is continue to establish the culture. When I look at my Giants this year, I see last year's Miami Dolphins. If they can finish strong, like last year Miami Dolphins, and look at what Miami Dolphins are doing this year. I'm just saying, when you establish a culture, that's what he's doing right now. I like what he's doing. That team is playing hard. Congratulations to the Giants that made the Pro Bowl. But Ravens, Lamar Jackson got it rolling right now. Taking the Ravens. Bengals at the Texans. Feel sorry for Deshaun Watson, but they'll beat Cincinnati. Broncos at the Chargers. When I look at Drew Lock versus Justin Herbert. Both quarterbacks are QBs that wowed everybody at the combine. Justin Herbert is showing that he was a hell of a lot more than what he was at the combine. Everyone, including myself, is looking at him now like, I didn't see this in college. I didn't see it. You saw talent, but you didn't see all this in college. Drew Lock is, and they're getting young talent around him. I don't think he's been groomed properly as well, but it's going to be a nice battle to see these young quarterbacks, and I'm going with Justin Herbert. I'm going with Justin Herbert. Take the Chargers. Panthers at Washington. Who's going to start at quarterback? And it's sad to me because a lot of people, including myself, had a lot of hopes in Dwayne Haskins. And this is his time. He may end up starting by default. Because Alex Smith is injured again. The fact that Alex Smith even came back and played a few games is a miracle. But Dwayne Haskins, this is your time. This is your time, man. Don't fuck this opportunity up. Like, you had all Giants fans mad that they didn't draft you. Like, right now, all Giants fans are like, shit, give me Daniel Jones over this dude. This is your time. This is your time. Make the most of it. Teddy's looking good, but he just doesn't have a team. That's a team that's building for the future while still trying to be competitive, and I respect it. But it's all predicated who's going to play. I guess if I had to pick, I'd take the Panthers. Washington as well is a team that's establishing the culture. And that defense, they're a year away from being like top 3. Especially that front line. They need help in the secondary though. But they're a year away. They're reminding me of San Fran's defense. I told y'all a couple of years ago, I told y'all they're a year away, and what they do last year. Washington is that team. They're a year away defensively. Now we got the Eagles at Cowboys. Oh God. This is actually going to end up being a good game now. It's actually going to be a good game. Cowboys defensively are turning the ball over, but now you got Jalen Hurts who's lighting shit up in Philly right now, making Carson Wentz look really fucking bad. Now, quiet as kept. I think the Cowboys are going to win this game. As much as I love to see them lose, I think they're going to win this game. Defensively, they're forcing a lot of turnovers, and Jalen Hurts got more to show me. He's playing well, but he has more to show me. Rams at Seahawks. After the Rams played last week, I expect a bounce back. I do expect to bounce back to some degree, but the Seahawks are a different animal at home. I like that matchup again. DK Metcalf and Jalen Ramsey. I think they're going to hit on a couple of those plays that they missed in the first game. I see them hitting on a couple of those plays, and I take the Seahawks in a close game. Titans at the Packers. Now, this is the kind of team that the Packers normally lose against, but here's the problem. People bring up San Francisco and with everything. But here's the problem. San Francisco had a defense. Titans do not. As physical as they were on one side of the ball, they were as physical as the other side of the ball. Titans are not. Titans are not good defensively at the line of scrimmage. Titans are not good defensively in the secondary. Titans do not rush the passer. So at the end of the day, King Henry's going to go crazy. If they can limit King Henry just a little bit, stop him from completely going crazy, but just limit him a little bit, they can't do shit for Aaron Rodgers. They can't do a damn thing for Aaron Rodgers. I'm taking the Packers. And now, quiet as kept, we have the Bills, who top 3, probably top 2 teams in football right now. AFC East champions. And they're playing against the Patriots, the long-standing champions in the AFC East. Quiet as kept, the Bills have won 7 in their last 8 games, and the one game they lost was that miracle in Arizona. I understand the Patriots have had a bunch of games this year that are really, really close, and they're fighting. And you give them a couple of those games, their record right now, they're 6-8. Their records they could be 8-6 easily. But Bills are a different animal. Offensively, they're a different animal. Defensively, they can get after the quarterback. I see Cam Newton having a really, really tough day. What's disappointing me is Cam's made it through injury wise, still playing. I don't think he's 100%. But I mean, I think they've made the most of the talent that they have. They're just not a very talented football team, particularly on the offensive end. They're not very talented. They're just not. Not just at quarterback, but just all the way around. They're not very talented. They've had so many people go out and, some bad drafts from Belichick, and it's finally catching up to him. It's finally catching up to Bill. Belichick has made the most out of what he's had, which is what he always does, but there's not a lot there. And the talent disparity in this game is going to be so glaring. So glaring. I think Patriots are going to have to do a lot to keep this game from getting ugly. I'm just saying. I'm taking Buffalo. Those are my picks. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. It's your boy, Urban Sports Guru. I'm out. Merry Christmas to everybody. Love y'all. Salute.